What's up, friends? Going to do a sound comparison of two Super 400s by request today. I almost had to mark this video for adults only because as I started getting these four of them set up just for comparison visually first, I realized that I was fast approaching the adult video kind of scene in studio here. But in any case, I'll go through these with you in just 1 second, and then we'll come and do a sound check of the 55 Super 400 with Alnicos and also the 61 Florentine cut with PAFs. So be right back. So first, just a quick view of the 1935 Super 400, first version, only blonde Super 400 made for Alvino Rey, who's obviously a musician but also famous for his role in the development of the pickup. And I'll talk about that evolution in just a second. But this is a fabulous piece I'm very grateful to have, and the woods were hand selected by Alvino. He's got his initials on the inside of the guitar. And clearly not only does he have an ear for music, but also an eye for wood. This is just a fantastic example of figuring that is hard to come by in our more modern guitars. So it's fun to have, and I wanted to show it with you, to you. I won't show all the backs of these tonight, but just a quick snapshot of this guy because he's so special. And next to her is the 1955 Alnico laden Super 400, which will be one of the sound targets in just a moment. And I'll compare that with the more modern pickup guitar, but this is a great sounding pickup. I'll show you an example of the underside in just a second, which will describe and explain a little bit why they were so short-lived. From 53, sometimes you can find them 54, 57, and then they evolved into what we know as the humbucker today. This is a great example of a 1958 PAF-laden guitar from the Neil Sean collection I was lucky to acquire. Very distinct sounds between these two guys. Last but not least is the 61 Super 400 Florentine, also with a PAF and a pat number pickup, and is the second target for our comparison. So the pickup evolution is pretty interesting, and you ought to take a chance to read this guitar book by Electric Guitar by Lynn Wheelwright, which has great history of the lap steel electrification process and some examples like this, which is a pickup from a lap steel, an EH 100. Which I got a while back with the split blade Charlie, followed by the traditional Charlie Christian we're familiar with, and then these little P13s, which came in various forms, and of course the McCarthy pickup, which is two P100s on a plate, followed by our P90s, which we're more familiar with, and then the target, one of the target pickups for tonight's comparison is this Alnico. As I mentioned, it's complicated with these adjustable pull piece mechanisms. Probably hard to manufacture, not cost effective, and maybe even difficult to maintain. But in any case, they were phased out in 57, replaced by the humbucker. And it'd be cool just to see quickly the pickups in action here in their hosts. There's a little ES 100 followed by an ES 150, Charlie Christian, more traditional form, and then a P13 and a little L37, followed by the ubiquitous P90 and a blonde ES 140, and last is the Birdland here from 1957 with the Alnicos. So hope you enjoyed that little history lesson, and look forward to the sound comparison.